Oh, shut up. You're a nasty son of a bitch. I don't need this ugly son of a bitch. You're an ugly son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Angela cursed Michael out so bad, it wasn't even funny.
I am that bitch your mama warned you about.
Whew. After attempting to put a tracker on his phone, Angela took things to the extreme and eventually called it quits with her husband.
Listen, I should have left you when I went in there and your penis wasn't what you said it was. You lied from the beginning, Michael.
Hopefully this warning isn't too late, and I apologize if it is, but please get your kids out the room and prepare yourselves emotionally and mentally because
this relationship is over.
We're gonna talk about it. Plus,
She might learn some tricks.
Mike and Natalie bought a pet rat. Yep, a rat. While people try to keep rats outside the house, they brought one in.
I mean, she's really smart and beautiful and clean.
And her name is Lucky. I'll tell you why they made this unusual choice and also break down how things are going now that they're back in Squim.
Whatever you do, she will still say about you.
Post Natalie's confrontation with Mike's mom.
My mom just said, the point is, my mom said, like, Natalie, why would you call you hooker?
My mom was very nice. You're just saying my mom's bad, and I was not raised right.
Natalie and this rat on her shoulder is definitely giving me villain vibes. Hey, I guess rats need love too.
Quit saying stupid.
All right, let's get into it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. We have a lot to talk about today when it comes to Angela, but I want to start off on a positive note because we need it. We need the positive juices flowing before we get into this mess. I just can't help but notice how she has the most adorable relationship with her grandkids.
Let's try this.
They were so cute tasting the smoothies that she has to drink now because of her weight loss surgery.
Mimi makes the best dumplings but terrible smoothies.
Well, this little one in the red has to disagree. Look at her rocking out. They really bring out the best in Angela.
I am that bitch your mama warned you about.
But I cannot say the same thing about her relationship with Michael. That thing, whew, it brings out the worst.
I went to see a hypnotist to stop smoking, and I didn't want a cigarette after I left hypnotherapy. And then I started thinking about that son of a bitch and husband of mine. He's definitely the main trigger of my smoking. Now I'm back to smoking a pack a day because of him.
As we continue on, there's a running theme in this episode of Angela blaming Michael for her own actions. And honestly, that's not just this episode. That's more like a running theme we've seen throughout their entire storyline. But this time around, she takes it to a new level.
Since my surgery, Michael's been acting shady.
Angela went to an IT shop to attempt to put a tracker on Michael's phone because he hasn't been calling her lately. Now, just for some context, a few episodes ago, Michael did make it clear why he was giving Angela the cold shoulder.
Before our wedding, Angela and I decided to share our finances together.
He shared that they plan to split their finances, but instead, Angela has been spending a lot of money on these surgeries, not even considering the fact that he still wants a baby.
Since Angela wasn't listening to me regarding our surgery, I started giving her the silent treatment. And it's so difficult. But I wish my wife, she would at least respect my opinion sometimes, you know, make decisions together.
For some reason, Angela's not hearing that.
I am that bitch your mama warned you about. Remember that?
He doesn't pick up the phone and she automatically thinks cheating, which he could be doing. But she also doesn't consider the fact that he has the right to be mad too for her actions.
My husband's in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
And I'm here in America.
Okay.
And he's been acting shady lately. He just vanishes.
Okay. So just so you know, we cannot spy on his phone?
Why not?
Because it's illegal. And then she came with this excuse.
He's the one making me have to do this.
Michael is not your 16-year-old son who just got his driver's license. He's not making you put a tracker on his phone. But somehow she convinced herself that he is.
Okay, so show me how we're gonna hack my husband's phone.
Okay. So like I said, we cannot hack it. But how do you communicate with him?
WhatsApp.
The IT guy went on to tell Angela that the only way she can track Michael's location is if he gives her access.
Once that done, he had to click send, and you can see where he's at.
That is all the options we got?
Legally, yes.
Well, what about we don't do it legal?
I won't be able to help you with that.
What if I pay double?
Angela, you're on camera. This is the second time I've noticed her ask someone to do something that could potentially ruin their life while being filmed.
And I'm gonna use my Southern charm to see if I can get that facelift surgery.
First time, she thought she could talk the doctor into giving her a facelift, even though she's been smoking.
I don't want to have that liability on my side.
And now the IT guy,
That definitely was a first for me.
who, by the way, is about to get real uncomfortable.
I feel pissed.
He is about to see a side of Angela that I don't think anyone deserves to experience.
You know what? Let's try it now.
Okay, that's fine.
While you're here.
That's fine.
Angela calls Michael to ask him in the most aggressive way possible to give her access to his location.
You mind cutting on the location on your...
Don't talk to me like that.
After watching what happens next, I literally had to close my mouth.
You know what? You know your woman so well, you don't know me worth a... Oh, shut up. You're a nasty son of a bitch.
Oh, you want me to start saying about your what you call me?
I know how I see I'm calling you a bitch. I do that openly. You're the one that's the nice guy. I never claim to be the nice bitch. I am that bitch your mama warned you about. Remember that? I'm loose mouth. Remember? Don't you tell me how I can talk. He wants to over talk me, scream at me, and make me snap and go to cussing. This is not who I fell in love with. Why are you talking to me like that?
Why is he talking to you like that? Angela, you're the one doing the talking.
I'm the American prideful bitch, remember?
Everything she accused Michael of
He wants to over talk me.
is exactly what she's doing.
This is the man that conned me to marry him. Look, he's laughing while I'm getting pissed off.
Angela, she just started yelling the moment that he answered the phone. I really didn't even hear his voice. I don't know what he said. The fight started right away, so.
And the fight got worse.
I got too many good-looking men outside there sitting around me. I don't need this ugly son of a bitch. Listen.
The IT guy might be laughing, but what she's saying is emotionally abusive.
Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. Now.
I am handsome man.
That you see, handsome man. That's why you had to get online and manipulate me.
Angela was being so childish. We've seen her go off before, but I've never seen her act like this. And if she's telling Michael he is all of those things,
You're a nasty son of a bitch.
what does that make her?
Who do you think you are? Are you God?
How wild this situation is might be funny, but all jokes aside, I want to see Angela be better than this. She's talking about how Michael doesn't show her love at this time, but who wants to be affectionate to someone who speaks down to them like that? If that was me, you wouldn't be getting any of my loving, okay? I am out the door.
I'm the crazy bitch. I'm a good crazy bitch. There's a difference.
Although I get what she's saying, that still doesn't make acting crazy okay. And yeah, Michael stood up for himself in that moment, but later on that night, when she called him, he was trying to get back on her good side, which is a sign that he either does not value himself or he just wants to get to America. It could be both.
You've gone too far, and I really have no feelings for you at this moment. I'm not your dear. I just don't have no feelings for the way you treated me. You need to be with somebody that's stupid and desperate. You're a idiot, and you're a joke, and you're not for me.
Excuse me.
No, why would you? Let's stop right there. Let's not act like my dear and the British.
She said, let's not act like my dear and the British.
Let's not act like my dear and the British.
That was funny. But she went on to call Michael out on a completely different level.
Listen, I should have left you when I went in there and your penis wasn't what you said it was. You lied from the beginning, Michael.
Is anyone else impressed by Michael's composure? Because I'm sure there are a lot of things he could have said about her. I am positive, but he didn't. And I never thought I would say this, but I hope it's because he wants to get to America and not because of low self-esteem. I hope he's taking all of this because he wants to cross the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, goodbye, we're done.
Angela proceeded to hang up on Michael.
My dear, and you.
And after all that she said,
What do you want to discuss?
he still called her back. That's when she ended her relationship with Michael. And I did this because Angela ends her relationship with him pretty often.
Listen, Michael, I ain't got to stay married to somebody I don't want to that mistreats me. None of your business. None of your business.
Oh yeah, Angela is not wearing this scarf because of COVID. She actually had an infection in her mouth at the time, which she also blamed on Michael.
I notice every time me and Michael having these arguments and all, I have an abscess that breaks out.
Anywho, back to the breakup.
This relationship is over.
I'm gonna beg you.
Okay. See you later. You know, when I tell Michael, okay, well, I'm gonna cut my ties with you, and he's like, okay, he's not gonna beg me. Well, that don't sound like someone that loves a person to me, does it you?
It's so interesting how she dogged him, but still expected for him to suck up to her. That's just not how it works. If you want to receive love, that's what you have to give. Speaking of that, let's move on to Natalie, who always wants respect, but has a hard time giving it to others.
I don't know if he trained her, but she's nice.
This episode, she and Mike bought a pet rat. Here's how that happened.
Funny story. Just like that. We went into a feed store to look for some puppies. And this lady came in and was like, let me get 2 rats. And Natalie was like, what are you gonna do with those? And she's like, oh, I'm gonna feed them to my snake. So Natalie was like, oh my God, Michael, we gotta save all the rats. I was like, no, you can take one.
I am not a rat person, but the gesture was sweet. I just wish Natalie could be just as kind and compassionate to Mike as she is to the rat.
It's been about a week since me and Mike came from Oklahoma, and we still haven't talked about that huge argument.
Natalie is referring to the argument that happened after she accused Mike's mom, Trish, of calling her a hooker.
She looked at me, and I was cooking, and she said hooker.
No one did not call you a hooker. No one calls you a name. It's always a misunderstanding. It's the same thing, no matter where we go, no matter who we're talking to. You hear one word, you take it as they're telling it to you.
The annoying part about this is that I don't think we're ever gonna know whether or not Trish called Natalie a hooker. I don't think she would. I don't see her as that type, but I also don't know the lady. So right now, it's Trish's word against Natalie's. And based off of Natalie's track record, it's easy to believe that Trish didn't call her that, and she just heard wrong.
You know, I talked to my mom, and for mother who raised her child good and proper way, it's kind of hard to hear what her child is holding you.
So what, I'm a bad child? My mom's a bad mom?
I came to America not to be called hooker.
That's what you just said. So my mom's a bad mom?
My mom just said, the point is, my mom said, like, Natalie, why would you call you hooker?
Whatever, Natalie.
Have your mom ever joked to your ex-wife that she's a hooker?
There must be a part of Natalie that enjoys drama, because there are so many other ways she could have had this conversation with Mike.
My mom was very nice. You're just saying my mom's bad and I was not raised right because your mom's so good and raised you right. You're basically putting my mom down right now. Stop.
I asked my mom,
You're
what should I
pissing me
do?
off.
I've learned in relationships, and older couples will tell you this, there is a moment during an argument where you could either choose your ego or you could choose peace. But for some reason, Natalie keeps running with her ego. And Mike is about to tell her about herself.
I worked really hard for my diplomas. And you know what your mom said to me? She said, it doesn't matter what you study 6 years. You gonna be translator like your mom said.
She didn't say that. No, she didn't. She said you should be a translator during the pandemic until you can go pursue your dreams. Just wanted to clear that up.
Is that what me and my mom were suggesting to you? Wow. You literally never listen. It's only what you want, Natalie. Like, there's no point in talking to it because you just want to do what you want to do and you're going to step over everyone in your path and it doesn't matter.
I will not step over my morals. This is for sure.
Right. But you'll step
step
over me and everyone else.
I will not step over my morals. Ever.
Right. Your morals.
Yes.
None of us are perfect, but I would love to know what Natalie's morals are. I'm curious. She eventually apologized.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But Mike was over it. And next week, it looks like somebody is leaving.
What the is wrong with you? You cannot sit there and tell me why you love me or why I'm important.
Michael, you are important to me, but
Out.
you're neglecting
Out.
me.
Get with the program or get out. You're in or you're out?
I'm not strong enough probably for this.
Whew. All right, 90 Day Fans fam. So make sure you stay updated on that situation, plus all the latest news coming out the 90 Day universe. Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.